Hello YouTube, what is up? Sony DM here, and in this video, my mighty Phoenix Suns are matched up against the New Orleans Hornets. This is a fantasy league I created not long ago. If you want to check out my previous vids, please go do that. I got the fantasy draft up and an intro to my team and some trades I made. So go check that out, please. And in this game, they will match up against the New Orleans Hornets, who have Dwight Howard, but they have a pretty bad supporting cast. So yeah, hope you enjoy and see how I do. So they got Raymond Felton, DeMar DeRozan, Francesco Garcia, Anthony Randolph, and of course the big man Dwight Howard winning the tip-off there to get the game started. In this game, well, as I said before, Dwight Howard, he's the difference in this team, of course. On the first possession, he backs up on Ginobili and he hits a tough fadeaway jumper. I'm not sure if he hits many of those in real games, but anyway. Yeah, so after that first possession, I knew I had to, my style of play had to change according to Dwight. So as you can see, I'm just not letting Dwight get the ball, not letting the ball get to Dwight on the post. Doing whatever I can, but unfortunately it gets into DeMar DeRozan's hands and he hits that tough fadeaway jumper there. So a lot in this game, we'll be seeing me giving Raymond Felton or whoever the point guard they play at the time a lot of space to shoot the three, because I just don't want the ball to get to Dwight. But luckily Raymond Felton can't shoot threes, and there you see Dwight getting a 2-pointer to go. So down by 8, and if you haven't checked out my previous vids, please go, because please go check them out, because I talk about my style of play. My style of play is basically get some penetration in any of the lanes and kick it out to the shooters, because I got a ton of shooters on my team. Now that didn't work really well in this team, in this game, because they played some pretty good defense on me, and my penetration was pretty pointless. Because usually if I got some penetration, I'd go for the layup, but they had Dwight, so that was the difference. So instead of doing that, I went to Dirk, just on the post. They had Anthony Randolph guarding him, who wasn't very good, and it was pretty much money for most of the game. Playing some poor defense here, and they get it to Dwight, who gets the behind the back layup to go. So now we're back down to 10, losing by 10. Ginobili getting driving it on Dwight. Well, I drove it on Dwight because I knew he had a foul before, so now he's out for the first quarter. Dirk shoots a 3 and he nails one there. That takes the lead down to 5. Steve Nash kind of open for the 2, misses, but Gadzevic cleans up that mess with that beautiful putback slam. So now I think we're only down by 3. On the other side, Steve Nash hits a beautiful jumper 3, whatever you want to call it, and Dirk backs up on Anthony Randolph, and it's money again. Dirk was on fire with that shot in this game, and it really helped us out with our poor defense, poor offense I mean. So I see the shot clock. I was going to go for the 2-for-1, and Ginobili hits a 3. Fortunately, I didn't get it, so I just didn't show. I didn't want to embarrass myself. So now it's the second quarter, like third possession or something, and there's Dwight trying to get the block, but Dwight has changed his shot, just doesn't get it to go. And this is one of the most annoying things ever. I get the steal, I dribble off Dwight's back, and they get the slam. The time just gives some posting up, Dwight kicks it out, and we nailed that 3-pointer, so now it's all tied up at 24 apiece. Get some penetration again, give it out, so like I said before, and then we go for an easy layup like that. So we just make the defense collapse and just drive or shoot. That's basically my style of play. But however, that beautiful pass, Dwight nowhere to be seen to get that block, and we're up by 4. So Anthony Randolph trying to back up, and he gets a tough layup to go. I didn't really respect Anthony Randolph in this game. Maybe that was my fault or something. Whatever. And Aaron Follow hits that 3 there, and we go up by 5. Pretty comfortable lead. Not when you're playing on Hall of Fame, but comfortable enough. And Dwight, of course. That's what happens when you give Dwight the ball in the post. We just can't defend him well enough. We need a big body. So Tad is big, but just not big enough for Dwight. So there, it's all tied up, and Dwight hits a 3 there, and we go up by Well, 1 now. So again, Dirk Nowitzki on Dwight. No, Dwight's too good. But we do get the rebound, and it gets back to Ginobili. It's in Ginobili's hands, and Dirk again open for that 3, and he hits it. Now we're up by 4, and next possession or something. I don't know what possessions they are, and we're up by 7. So again, just shooting those 3s. We were on fire from downtown in this game, and that was just bad defense. And Dwight goes for this massive slam. Dwight just standing there, gets the ball, ooh, thanks, and slams it in. So that takes the lead down to 6. Dirk on Dwight, and he gets the fadeaway to go on Dwight. It's pretty impressive, and now we're only up by 8. Well, now we're only up by 5. We found Chesco Garcia hitting that 3. Jack just replying straight away with that 3, and it's half time. Check out our 3-point field goal percentage, or goal stats, 9 of 13, which is fantastic. Oh, I'll pause it there if you wanted to see the stats. I'm sorry, that was a bit quick. These are just some highlights of the first half, and just tons of 3s, and Dirk, of course. And then, of course, it's just the Dwight show. I thought I played pretty well on Dwight, but at the end of the game, if you check the box score, he still had a really good line. He still had some pretty good stats. Right there you can see his stats are still pretty good, just not many rebounds. He'll make up for that in the second half. So something possession in the second half, gets it to Gortat, and we get an easy lap to go for once. So up by 10, it's pretty comfortable. I don't think we lose this lead until, I don't know, maybe we do. You just have to wait. No. And they're cherry picking for Steve Nash, and we get that easy 2 again. So again, don't let the ball get to Dwight, and it gets to Dwight, and of course he gets that to go. So now we're only up by 10. Penetration, kicks out to Ginobili, who misses a 3, but Terrell Wright again, and he gets the putback. So we've got 2 putbacks. It's fair few for me. This team, again, sorry for repeating myself, but please go check out the previous vids, because I talk a lot about how, like, my team's got tons of veterans. Well, we've got 3 veterans in Ginobili, Dirk, and Steve, so it's pretty tough. And there, a massive block from Dwight. Back to the veterans. We have tons of veterans. We've got 3 veterans, so we don't really run a running game, fast-paced game. Just trying to put the ball in the basket however we can. So getting any highlight plays is pretty good for us. So dying seconds of the third quarter, I just wanted to show that Raymond Felton freaking like plunking it off the side of the backboard. That takes skill to hit it off the backboard. I mean, it's easy enough to get it in the hoop. Plunking it off the side of the backboard, that takes real skill. So 4th quarter now, we're up by 9, pretty comfortable. Terrell Wright, open for 3, and he nails it. So we're up by 12, and up by 10, and again Terrell Wright hits another 3. That's 2 3s in a row. So Dirk again on DeRozan, and it's money. So Dirk basically, he missed one of these shots. He missed one of these shots in the entire game, and that was against Dwight. And we're up by 13, pretty comfortable, but no, they get it to Anthony Randolph, who goes in for the slam. So the game's not over, especially after this possession, when Steve thinks he gets the steal, and he hit Francesco Garcia, nails the 3. Then Dwight Howard, touchdown pass to DeRozan or whoever it was. And they're only up by 3, and we hit that 2, and that's pretty much the game. And Dwight hits that top 2 there, and yep, that's the game. Ginobili is the man of the match. I thought it would be Dwight, but Ginobili just hit more 3s, so I guess the CPU gave it to him. So he's obviously, he played pretty well, I guess, but it was mainly Dwight who got us out of the offensive slump that we did have. So these are just some of the highlights of Ginobili's. Please, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, comment, rate, all that good stuff. Really appreciated. Sorry, my computer's just doing something funny here. Yep, and it just crashes. Okay, I'm not even sure how this is still recording. Okay. Yep. So anyway, back to the video. If you wanted to see the stats, just pause in the. Yeah. So we had a pretty decent game. We won it by 3, except it was much more comfortable than that. They had a huge run in the fourth quarter. They just couldn't make it. They just couldn't make up for that huge deficit they gave up in the second and third quarters. So of course I'll show the press reel or the book or something. I don't know, the highlights of the game. So again, please comment, thumbs up, rate, and yeah, I'll try and keep this site as active as possible. Thank you for your anything. Thanks for any comments. Even if they're not about the gameplay, they're just normal random thoughts you have, what you had for breakfast or something random like that. Really appreciated. Thanks for any of that. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. That's pretty much it for me. Just enjoy these highlights. So Sony DM here. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Take care, YouTube.